Good buddy of mine is coming up next. Helps me out at my house a lot. It's also the reason my neighbors think I'm cooking dope. Give it up for Larry George.
Yes, I am a good friend of Brent's, and we'll get into that a little bit. You might notice, first off, I have a large tattoo on my throat. It says, "Trust Jesus." I don't think too highly of me. That was a prison decision. Yes, I have been to prison. Actually, I'm also divorced. I know that's a shocker. I've been married once, divorced once 18 years ago. I have been to prison twice because some mistakes you only make once. Yes. When I was trying to decide what to let that nice Aryan Brotherhood gentleman tattoo on me, after he told me to pick one, you don't get to argue. I thought, well, what's the most ironic tattoo I can have when I get to hell? I think Trust Jesus covers that. There'll be a whole section of us in hell with religious tattoos going, "This is some bullshit! God damn me!" I like that God damn me. Past tense, got it? I love that joke. Yeah, I'll be down there like, "Oh, hey, Dad, what are you doing here? You don't have any tattoos." "I run this section, son." "Oh, you're gonna run it like the house? I'll see you on the weekends." It's my childhood, I can joke about it. I did mention I'm divorced, 18 years. 8 years happily. About 8 years ago, her now second ex-husband, let that one sink in. Her now second ex-husband, the guy she left me for, cheated on me with, he called me up. He said, "Hey man, you're never gonna believe what this bitch did. Try me. I married her first." He said, "Man, she's been cheating on me. She's gonna leave me." And when I stopped laughing, I said, "You know, I've waited 10 years for this. I told you so." Then he became one of my better weed dealers. I say better, but you'd think a guy that stole your wife and kids and knocked $5 off a sack here and there. Expensive. He doesn't like I do that joke because he no longer sells weed. So now I describe him. He's like 5'5". He's like real short. He used to be a DJ and he always carries around a Diet Dr. Pepper. That's right. She left me for Little Sweet. Little Sweet. Yeah, that guy. Man, I have Crohn's disease. It's a shitty disease. I've had it for 31 years now, so over 30 years, and in those years I've heard every euphemism for using the bathroom, taking a shit, taking a dump, dropping the kids off at the pool, all those antiquated, barbaric expressions. It's 2018. I think it's time we bring those into the digital age. I propose from now on we start using logging out and streaming. Right? Think about it. Makes your conversations at your friend's house a lot more interesting, doesn't it? "Hey man, can I use your bathroom?" "What are you doing? You logging out or you streaming?" Because if you're logging out, I need you to use the upstairs with the spray and the plunger. I've heard about that Crohn's. Yes, you clear off one school bus as a freshman with a walking fart. You never get to live that down, ever. So Brett and I are going skydiving tomorrow. First time for me, as it's been before. So in preparation, I've stocked up on CVS brand Imodium. You don't want to go cheap on that, not in that situation. I get a little gassy sometimes when I get nervous, and I'm not really afraid of heights since my first head injury. Notice I said first. And I'm just happy that we'll be falling at like 120 miles an hour and you won't be able to smell that. Yeah, because I'll be strapped to the front of somebody, right? Yeah. He might feel it though. It could get rough for him. Poor fella. Yeah, well, that's what the Imodium's for. Keep me from shitting on him. Oh, mercy. I mentioned I have kids. I have a daughter. She's my oldest, 22 now. She was always a straight A student through school. She was a National Honor Society. She was 4 years marching band. She even marched in the Rose Bowl parade, and they invited her. She didn't just jump in like I would do. And by the time she got to college, she had 17 scholarships. So her whole first year was completely paid for. Now she's Air Force Intelligence. It just goes to show you can drop them once. 8-month-olds are squirt me in the car on the first bounce, man. I mean, no harm, no foul, right? I mean, she's only 5'1", but I don't think that was my fault. At least I tell myself that. I also have a son. He's 19. He's in the Navy now, so both my kids are in the service. Very proud of them. My son wanted to do comedy, and last year when I was on house arrest, shocker again, I'm sure you're surprised to hear that, he did come to my house to do a show. he wrote this joke, and I love to tell his joke, and I always give him credit because it's my son's joke. He was 18 when he said this. He gets on stage and he says, I went to a high school party recently. I had my first experience with a beer ball. I was so nervous about it, but it ended up going down easier than my mom. I had never been more proud of my son in that moment right there. I had a little tear come out of my eye. I was like, that's my boy. That's my boy. He knows his mom so well. You know, I got into this comedy thing because of my Crohn's. I spent most of my high school years in Riley Hospital for Children watching comedy because I believe laughter is the best medicine right behind cannabis, which I'm proud of. So help me out with that. I said, you know, one day that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give that back, that laughter and that healing that I was given so much of all those years ago. And I continue doing comedy now. It's been a little over 4 years because I'm so addicted to the laughter and the applause. And it's crowds like y'all and nights like tonight, I got to thank you for not feeding my addictions. Remember, you can't say hilarious without saying Larry. I'm Larry George. That's my time out.
Larry George, ladies and gentlemen. Quick reminder, got the comment card still filled out. Let us know what's up, and we'll get back with you as necessary. Our next comment, we have heard him on Bob and Tom this morning. Now you can hear him here. Give it up for Mr. Joe Bates.
I gotta say this. Earlier, the guy had a joke about the Challenger, right? Okay, we